Okay,
let's focus on this episode. God,
Tantra.
I feel like I'm having a panic attack.
No, you're not.
Because I don't want to do this at all.
We
filmed so many days in a row.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. Here's our intro.
Hello.
This is always our intro. It's never going to be better, so accept us as we are.
Yay.
Today, we are diving into the wild and wacky world of Tantra. I feel like Tantra is one of those things that is like very broad in definition.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I feel like
there's a lot of legs to that octopusy.
Ooh. I just got a wild visual right there.
So did I.
It's actually funny because the last episode that we did was about kinks and fetishes, so watch that shit too.
Yeah.
And we were saying the same kind of thing, how it's like, by definition, it's actually like so broad and so vast that it for these kind of things, for like YouTube freestyle essays, where we're just kind of like hammering into a subject for only like 30 minutes and just, you know, it is really hard to
it's very hard to compact.
It is. So I don't know if anybody, I don't know how many people know this, but Crystal is, and you can like correct me on the words if I'm not saying this right.
Okay.
But Crystal is definitely like an intimacy coach, but you're also like, you dabble in the world of tantric practitioner, do you not?
Yes. I would actually consider myself a tantrika.
A tantrika.
So in the Western world, people don't know what a tantrika is, right?
Yeah.
So an intimacy coach,
It's kind of like a tantrika.
It's like a tantrika.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just a
Okay.
word
we talked
that
about that in our like first episode, I think.
we might have.
Like our intro.
Yeah, we might have.
Yeah.
We might have. Okay. For me, Tantra, it's a practice. It's mastering that sexual energy.
Okay.
So we're in life. Everybody's in life, and they're just going around with this beautiful energy that's like, wow. And it's creation.
Yeah.
It's sexual energy. Mm-hmm. It's deepening your connection to who you are, to who your partner is. Literally connecting to the skin. Remember when we talk about guys, like you're like, just feel the energy.
Yeah.
Guys, okay? Feel the energy.
I like how you always do my voice.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's the voice.
That's the voice.
That's the voice.
That's the voice.
There's Tantra is everywhere.
Yeah.
It's that energy. It's that feeling. It's connecting to that sacred sexual energy. Right.
It's interesting because I feel like I haven't met like a lot of people that are in like tantric community. I don't know. I'm just gonna simplify it and say it that way.
Yeah, perfect.
But the people that I have, they were like previously they were like sex addicts, or they were really irresponsible with their own sexuality. And then that always kind of makes me think that like, I wonder if for them, and you can like speak on it too, but like I wonder for them if it's a way of kind of like grounding that sexual energy that's within them.
100%.
Yeah. So like the clients that you take on, which I actually find like, obviously you have female clients, obviously a couple of clients.
Yeah.
But I find like the majority of your clients, like a lot of them are men.
Yeah.
How do they feel about these practices at first? Like, do you find like
there's resistance?
Yeah. Why do you feel like there's resistance? Do you feel like it's the speed of things, or do you feel like they think it's like a little too woo-woo? Like, what do you think?
They can't even, before anything passes on, we do exercises before I even go into any deeper ceremonies.
Yeah.
Most people don't even know how to breathe, babe.
I suck at breathing.
I
had a physiotherapist tell me that.
Like, it's in through the nose and belly goes out. So, and then we breathe in. And then when we breathe in, we can squeeze our anus and our yoni or our lingam, and we want to try to bring that energy back up. It doesn't have to be this like, just even 3 breaths. Just bringing awareness. Just bringing awareness to your...
So is that like how you would like do that with your clients? Is like you start like with breath work?
Yes.
I have tried.
Yes.
To do
Tell me about your experience.
One, I don't like to touch. So I don't really like to be touched.
Yeah.
So just like oh my God, like she brought this like tantric book over. I was like thumbing through it as we were just sitting there, and I was like getting like secondhand anxiety looking at these pictures of people basically doing like yoga, but they're like doing it like on each other and stuff like that. I feel like for the same reason that I don't like yoga, I don't like slow pace of anything.
Yeah.
And I tried Tantra because my partner was interested in it. So I tried it for like a long time for me, like a month. I was trying to be supportive, but I fucking hated it. And I love that it exists. I love that we're talking about it.
Yeah.
I love that you do it. But for me, I was like, not only am I not drawing any like, you know what it is, Kate? So we're talking about sex energy, right? We're talking about like that life force energy. I don't get it there. I can't just be like stagnant and being like holding their hands and there's just a lot of like, you know what? I just don't really connect with a lot of Eastern practices, like in general. All the things that I've tried because I thought, I'm like, oh my God, they're so beautiful. They're so this, they're so that.
Yeah,
And then I try them and I'm like, this is not my fucking
But baby,
vibe.
you know what? You tried.
I did
And
try
that
it.
to me is that's the only that's all I ask.
I am very connected with myself, I think, and I feel very connected with like my sensuality, my sexuality, all of that stuff.
You are.
So I feel though, like let's say you're somebody who's really lost connection or maybe never had connection with that part of yourself. That's where I think the tantric practices are a really good stepping stone to like reconnect with yourself, especially like couples who like, I remember again, when we first met, you were telling me you were seeing some like couple in Quebec or something like that. And I was like, yeah, what do you do with them? Because to me, that's so weird. You just go to somebody's house and you're like, I'm the intimacy coach coming to your house. And you were like, oh, we get them to sit. They look in each other's eyes. They tell each other words of affirmation.
Yeah.
They just like start to slowly touch one another again. And I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, everyone's situation is different, obviously, but I feel like that could be even better depending on the situation than like couples therapy. Yes. Because it's so physically immersive.
It 100% is.
And those seem like very like beginner things that really like anybody could do.
It's that's the way we should do it. This doesn't need to be a thing where you're sitting in
you don't have to transform your life. You don't have to become some like crazy like
you don't need to do yoga poses.
No.
You don't need to do mantras. You don't need to do any of that. You don't need to, I promise. The most simplest beautiful stuff is just by connecting with your breath. Looking at your partner and communicating with them and asking them, how can I touch you? How would you like to be touched? How can I honor you? How can I serve you? What can I do for you?
I do think there is great value though in slowing things down, and I do feel like that is what Tantra offers as well. Tantra, I don't know, I sound very like American. Tantra, the Tantra. Considering like the like corn culture that we live in, I definitely think that we're taught to, and like I'm a person that likes everything fast, okay?
And
but
so
like,
do I. You know me, I do. I find for me, I need this. It's like that for me. Do you know what I mean? Like it helps me to not like be so, it's like, hey, come back here. Right? It really does, especially because of my past with my coping mechanisms. So yes, what you said before is 100%.
I do find of people that had like unhealthy coping mechanisms. You do find a lot of them in just like the quote spiritual community in general.
We need something.
Go hang out with like the Jesus people or the hippies.
So it's no, literally that's your choice. I'm like, I get enough God at AA, you know?
Oh my gosh, I
got enough of that guy at AA. Which I love. I love the God.
Okay, so let's figure out some things that people can just start to do day one. Just some easy shit that you guys can do day one for men or for women.
If you don't like it, you don't have to do it again, okay? Fuck. Jesus Christ. Try the Tantra. Try it. Tantra. 3-step. 1, 2, 3. The first thing you want to do is create a space. We call it a sacred space. And this is setting the mood. So we're creating a beautiful sacred space and we are setting an intention.
So this could
That's
be
step
like
one.
In your bedroom.
In your bedroom. You could do it in the downstairs. You can do it anywhere. You could even do it in a car.
Ambience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Create a sacred space.
Maybe make it feel different than usual.
100%.
Because sometimes I roll up to my bedroom at night and I look around. I see like unfolded laundry and shit. And I'm like, I can't even think about like sexual things right now, you
Yeah.
know? Because this is so, like, my home where
Yeah.
I have chores and
Yeah.
kids. It's like people that have pictures of their fucking kids in their bedroom.
Yeah,
You
it's
guys are weirdos. You're weirdos. And then it's funny because I have a friend that has, like, all these gorgeous family portraits in her bedroom. And I went in there one day and I was like, ew, dude, why the fuck do you have, like, 1,000 pictures of your kids? And she laughed. She's like, whatever, we turn the lights off all the time anyways. I was like, how dark does it get? Because if I saw my youngest, like, beady little eyes looking at me, I'd be like, Okay, so if you've got pictures of your kids or grandkids, I know our audience, in your room, take those down before you create your little
Tantric session.
tantric space.
Yeah.
All right? That's my rule. That's Kris's tantric rule. That's the only one I'll have.
Number 2, this is time for us to breathe. To get, when you have a breath that is circular and then connected with each other,
Yeah.
we are doing the microcosmic orb.
Okay.
And so when this energy is connected with each other, oh my, this is the sweet spot. The 0 point zone with each other. You guys can go off to a cosmos. Like, it's fucking intense shit. You get into a comfortable position with each other, and then you look at each other.
Okay.
Okay, you look at each other, you take some breaths, and it's usually circle 4 in, 4 out. It's a circle breath. You want to kind of like you're circling with each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And then you can look at each other's left eyes. You look at left eye, and you're looking and breathing and looking and breathing. And then if you want, you can say, like, you put your hand, you can put your left hand on your heart, on her heart or his heart.
Yeah.
And then the other left hand goes on mine. And then, and again, we're circled. Okay?
Okay.
We're in a circling, our energies circled together. Do you know every single couple that I've worked with, every single couple I've worked with, they always start crying on eye gazing. Always. And
Oh my God, really?
the man always cries first. So
Step number 3, motherfuckers. What is
okay.
it?
This one's the men will really like. And the women will like too, because the man has just worked her right up. We're going to move into intercourse.
Sting was, like, famous for saying that he had sex
For
like,
8 hours.
8
Okay, listen, this
hours.
motherfucker is not sticking his dick in his woman for 8 hours straight.
you
Let me
imagine?
tell you, this is all a lie. Do you know what this guy's
She's
doing?
calling you out, Sting.
Sting knows what's going on. Sting's going to be like, she's right. I agree with this woman. She is so smart. Wow. I need to have.
biggest fan.
I have
Number
to.
1 subscriber.
Exactly. I have to do tantric sex with her. She knows what she's talking about.
Would you have a threesome with Sting and his wife?
Yes, I would.
I bet
I
you.
would.
I bet you that would be pretty wild.
I think it'd be a really good time.
It would be such a, like a bohemian experience.
You know who else I would? Russell Brand.
And his wife?
Yeah.
I
He's
could.
quite
I
cute.
feel like you and Russell Brand are very much on the same thread of existence.
Yes, I think we are
Yeah,
too.
I think you are. I think he's a Gemini too.
Oh,
I believe he is.
he used to have
He
big
gives me Gemini vibes.
coping mechanisms.
Yes, and now he's a hippy dippy. I fucking
we
told
love
you.
him.
This is it. This is what happens. Either you like die of a drug overdose, or you become a tantric practitioner. This is the way this works. I rethink you're like starting early on drugs, people, because you might end up as a tantric practitioner.
Three. You get to do this, man.
But like if they're trying to do it different, how do
Okay,
you
well,
do
they
it
don't even
different?
have to. Well, no, it's not a... Okay, so...
Because what if they have like very unconscious sex? So what if they go from just being like... what
No,
if
they
can't-
won't. You won't. You just naturally won't, babe. Because if you are doing the
My
steps...
experience tells me different.
Oh, no.
Of course.
So mean.
Because to me, going with somebody when I'm like trying to do all this tantric shit, my brain's not going, oh, we're going to have sex soon, right? Like this is feeling sexy. We're going to move into a sexy thing.
Okay.
So when we moved into sexy things, I still wanted to do things the way that we do things always.
So you can like even I would suggest to you, I'd be like, well, why don't you just incorporate a little bit with like, why can't you incorporate Tantra with kink? Like, why? Right?
No, you can.
Exactly.
Haters gonna hate, but you
Fucking can. And I do it all the time.
Can you sense a little resentment?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
easy peasy. Number 1, to recap here.
Yeah.
Number 1, Don't have pictures of your fucking kids on the walls.
Exactly.
Create a cool, sacred space for you guys.
Yeah.
Get some music
Make it
going.
smell good. Ask her questions as well. Like, bring fruit in. Like,
Could
even
you
like
fucking imagine?
plain stuff.
Like, if a guy actually, like, okay, let's just picture the most cliche guy who's like maybe 50. And I'm not saying this in a hater way, okay?
No.
Like, at all, 0%. And him and his wife have been married for like 30 years, and they kind of just do the same thing all the time. Yeah. Imagine like that, how much he would fucking blow her mind if he like made the room into like this like beautiful like ambient space, had like music and stuff like that. He does like, you know, holding her and breathing and stuff like that.
That would blow her.
That would blow her mind.
Okay,
not just her mind.
No, her yoni will be dripping, like just. So I tell the men, I say, okay, if you can, pour her a bath.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, pour her a bath. Let her have that time and set up the room.
Yeah.
It's Tantra. Set up the room. Give her a nice massage. And I said, do not touch her yoni. I said, I don't care how much you want that. I'm like, you make her hungry. Just trust me. I said, take your time. Just take your time. Let her fully relax into it. Don't give her, quick, and then go to the crotch. No, like, take your time. They always come back and they're like, I got laid. Perfect. And I'm like, of course you fucking did. And they're like, it was probably the best sex we've had in years. And I'm like, of course it was. So our third one is like, you know, we're going into intercourse if that's what you want, or you don't even have to do intercourse. A tantric massage is different, like a lingam and yoni massage,
like, because they must be nice. They must be
it's like
slow,
slow, super relaxing, because what you're doing is you're going into scar tissue. It's not a wank. It's not a. It's like you're working around the womb for the women. You're working in their inner thighs, like if she's been.
Men love inner thigh touching too.
Like it's going in with that tickling, you know, and just really
I feel like tantric foreplay is like pretty much the only area that I feel like the most comfortable in. Everything else is just like I have such an ADHD brain. It's I can't connect with it, but I feel like tantric foreplay is nice.
Well, it's even nice. A husband or a wife can do it when they're coming home from work, and if their partner's home, it's about actually taking a hug. And to feel each other, especially after a long day after work and not seeing each other all day, just holding each other, like being, oh, hi, babe, and all that. Great. Yeah. Nice. But to actually have a hug for longer than a minute.
Really present in
and
it.
be really present, and then look at each other and say, hey, how was your day, baby?
So you know what? When you said that, when you're like, oh, when you get home from work, because I was talking about foreplay, I thought you were going to be like, you can just go right in and start grabbing the yoni. And what do you call the boys one?
The lingam.
And the lingam. I was like,
you know what you can say? You can say to Nate. You can be like, hey, Nate, you want to hide your lingam in my yoni?
Oh my God. He'd be like, stop talking to Crystal. Okay, well, thank you so much to Crystal for sharing that. We'll actually put your own personal shit down here in the comments so that people can reach out to you, because she is a wealth of knowledge. This is like a tiny little YouTube-y tidbit that we're throwing out there. And you know what we never say in any of our videos? We never say like and we never say subscribe. So
and share.
Do it.
Share.
Do it right now.
Share.
I'll find you and fight you. Yeah. Crystal will. She's taller than me.
You're stronger than me, though.
You will be domed into liking this video. Okay, that's all we got for you today. We're going to keep it short and motherfucking sweet. So go ahead. Go try to be a tantric lover tonight and or this
Let
weekend.
us know.
Yeah.
We really want to know how if it's either with yourself or with your partner. And we want to know the stories.
So yes. So that's all we got. This is our outro. Bye, bitches.
We love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, baby.
Bye, babies.
Bye, baby.